Welcome back to Octopath Traveler. My name is Doc Vegas. Last time we recruited Therion the Thief, and this time we'll be recruiting this person right over here. Zeph. Nina, you'd better hold on for me. There ain't no way I'm letting that venom beat you. You hear me, Viper? I'm coming for you. His name is Alfyn, and he's an apothecary. His whole life has been spent in the pastoral village of Clearbrook, where he looks after the residents of a young apothecary. He's not alone in his efforts, though. Zeph, his best friend since boyhood, works alongside him. When Zeph's little sister is bitten by a deadly viper, it falls to Alfyn to fashion an antidote before the poison takes her. So he ventures out to the cave of Ryo, where he must do battle with the dread beast. He will need caring allies on the path he has chosen. So yeah, we need to replace people, so we're just gonna go with Ophelia, because we've had her the longest.
Grandpa, be strong! Can you really save him with that medicine of yours?
You betcha. Just sit tight. Bam! That should do her. Drink it down slowly now.
Well, I'll be. Thank you, my boy.
Don't mention it. Just doing my job. This'll stop the coughing for now, but your lungs have seen better days. Try to give the pipe a rest, sir. Here?
Oh, Alfyn, thank you ever so much. How blessed we are to have an apothecary like you in our little village. It's not much, but please.
Nah, it's on the house. Why don't y'all hold on to that and buy something tasty for you and your grandpa? I'll be back to check in on him, okay?
In this age, the arts of medicine and healing are still in their infancy. With disease and illness rampant, the people rely on salves and tinctures fashioned by apothecaries.
Mama. Did you see me, Ma? I whipped up an antitussive elixir like you wouldn't believe. Can't believe it's been a year already. Am I any closer to being the man I want to be? The man he was.
Alf, I've been looking all over for you.
Hey, Zeph. Done for the day?
Yes, only 2 patients today. Having you around sure eases the burden. If only I could convince you to quit giving out discounts.
Oh, come on. The poor gal has enough trouble looking after old Alec. I can't very well take what little she has.
I'm just teasing. You know that's what I like about you. If the villagers are healthy and happy, that's more than good enough for me.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
We may be new to this, but between the 2 of us, this village is in good hands.
Sure is. Plagues, epidemics, bring your worst.
I'm counting on you, Alf. We all are. Who'd have thought that little troublemaker would turn out to be a top-notch apothecary, huh?
We can't all be born with a silver pestle in hand, Master Zeph.
Your mother would be proud.
Maybe.
Anyway, I should be getting back to Nina.
Yeah, beat it. Head on home, big brother.
Hey, Alfyn. We've been friends ever since we were small, right? I know you better than anyone, so be honest. You're keeping something from me, aren't you? I'm right, aren't I? Alf, the truth is...
Master Zeph! Master Zeph, you must come quickly! It's your sister!
These look like bite marks. Alfyn, could you take a look as well?
You got it, buddy. She's fallen into a deep trance. This is worse than we thought.
Indeed. Nina's the only family I have. If I lost her, I'd...
Wish she could tell us what happened.
It's safe to assume she was bitten by something poisonous. But what? Without knowing the nature of the poison...
Yeah, the wrong medicine could make things worse, and quick.
Damn it all! What foul beast did this to my Nina?
Let me ask around. Maybe someone saw something.
So now the abilities we're going to see with people are going to be copies of the ones we currently have, but a little different. So Alfyn's ability is the same as Cyrus's, but Alfyn's does not have the chance to make the town angry. It's based on a level system. So everyone we find from now on will have copies of the abilities we already have. And by this I mean scrutinizing, guiding, provoking, and stealing. Friends with Nina since childhood, the two have grown up like sisters. The rather more strong-willed Nina often takes the lead on their secret adventures into the dangerous wild outside the village.
Come on now.
Lily. The bite marks on Nina's leg. You sure you don't know where they came from? I want to help your friend, but I'm an apothecary, not a mere aid worker. I don't know what bit her, there ain't nothing I can do.
But...
Oh?
You want to help her too, right? So just tell me, please.
Nina...
Wanted to pick water blooms for her brother. I wasn't so sure about it, but I went with her to that cave. And then this giant snake came out of the bushes and... What kind of snake? Was it black?
No...
I can't believe it, but...
Don't tell me. Was it amber with blotches on its back?
Yes...
How did you know?
Holy...
The flame take me, a blooded viper.
I'm sorry.
I know we're not supposed to go there. But Nina wanted it to be a surprise, so He told me to keep it secret, and
I see.
thanks, Lily. You've told me all I needed. You are a brave girl to bring Nina back here. Don't you worry anymore about that scary snake. Here?
Nina.
God, it's a blotted viper. A nasty critter if there ever was one. This ain't good. Time is of the essence. The poison is spreading through her veins as we speak. I must prepare an antidote with all haste.
That's why.
But I need to get my hands on the original venom. There's supposed to be a nest of vipers in the cave of Rio, yes?
Give me a break.
Yeah. Along with plenty of other nasties. Reckless ate the half of it.
Well,
I know, but what choice do I have? I'll leave at once. Look after Nina for me.
Hold on now.
Hold on, Zeph. Hmm? You look after her. I'll go.
huh.
Alfyn, are you mad? I'm responsible for Nina. I won't let you risk your life like this. Don't worry about me. Now go back to your sister's side.
Just a minute.
I swear. Have you taken leave of your... Zeph, where are you? Nina. I'm here, Nina. Will you hold my hand? See, Zeph? She needs you. Thanks, Alf. Come back safe, you hear? And so I have a date with this viper, you see. We just met, and you still want to come and help me out? Shucks, friend. I owe you one. There are good folks in this village, down to the last, and Zeph's always stuck by my side. So damned if I won't stick by his. So let's go. We're heading for the Cave of Rio. Just east of the village, we'd better hurry for Nina's sake. Let's get him geared up. He uses axes, so we're gonna give him the iron axe. Let's actually give him the silver hairpiece. And then he has a robe by default. That's weird. We actually got some treasure we can sell real quick. So let's actually do that. I thought we did at least. We do have a protective ear we can put on someone. You see, he can just do it and he doesn't have any risk. Well, he has to be a certain level, which I guess 1 was high enough. Ooh. We'll be back for that.
Want a tangle, huh?
So, I guess let's go for a steel SP on this thing.
What is the logical course of action?
Oh, ice! Pierce them through!
Over here! Here we go!
So with Alfyn, he has a few things. 1, he has an axe, so he only attacks with an axe. He has a unique ability called Concoct. You may have noticed we've been getting, like, different kinds of weeds and seeds. So he can actually mix them together, so... Soothing Seed. A mild medicinal component, so you hit A on it. Then you have all of these that have different effects. Soothing Dust, basically what it means by small and large is that small heals 1, large heals everyone. Same with this. Well, I guess this isn't harming, but there is harming ones as well. But then Purifying is the stronger version of these. And his skills for Apothecary as of right now are First Aid, which is HP to a single ally, and Icicle, which is ice damage to 1. So we're actually gonna do that.
Letting my arrow fly and true. Raining arrows up on me. Letting my arrow fly and true.
Out of my way. I appreciate it. Really?
Oh, ice! Pierce them through!
Here we go! Cool off! Bring it on!
Alfyn's really weak right now, but...
Let's get down to work!
An interesting dive.
Oh, ice! Pierce them through!
Not bad. A passing grade.
Let's help him out a bit. So Alfyn's already level 3, and he's almost got enough for his first skill. It's so weird seeing him in the second slot, because he was my protagonist the last time.
Can't we settle this like gentlemen?
So Therion, you're not really doing a whole lot.
You're too kind.
I guess you could start using sword.
Now, what next?
Oh, ice! Pierce them through!
Bring it on! Cool off!
Letting my arrow fly and true.
Oh, ice! Pierce them through!
Thus ends your lesson.
Go ahead and learn Alfyn's first skill, and we can just go through the list. So I've already explained these two, but then Rehabilitate. Cure a single ally of all status ailments and render them immune to further ailments for 2 turns. Amputation, which this move is in... I think it's this one? No, maybe not. Unleash an axe attack on a single foe. That one I remember doing a lot of damage. And poison a single foe for 2 turns. Vivify, revive a single incapacitated ally. And last stand, attack all foes with an axe, dealing damage inversely proportional to your current HP. For some reason this move is insanely broken. I used this throughout my entire last playthrough and it was always amazing. But for now we're going to go with amputation, just so he has a axe skill that does more damage. Alfyn's one of those characters you can go melee or mage with him. Oh, I think I still have that one skill on. Yeah, took that off.
Let's see what you got.
What's this? Over here!
These things are
What's
a bit
this now?
dangerous.
What next?
Exactly what I wanted.
Here goes nothing.
That guy should have stopped. We actually got some Injurious Dust and Ruinous Seed. So let's go for the Dust, and then, as you see, each one has a different effect. So let's go with Plum, because that's what we have the most of. Actually, Nox Root.
How do you like this?
So not a whole lot of damage, but if we go to it, we'll see what that did.
I'm ready. Are you?
Goodness, these things are a bit insane.
What's this now? My focus is on... Oh, ice! Pierce them through!
We'll see in future battles, but basically
You
what that
should
does
have
is has
studied
a
harder.
chance of poison and does fire damage.
Time to teach you a lesson. All light, smite them down.
My turn. You're too kind.
Thanks for the health.
What next? Rain and arrows up on them.
Here we go.
So yeah, if we go to Concoct, oh, it won't show 'cause it's not the same one. Basically, it will show that it was fire damage. Go for an amputation.
An interesting dilemma.
Go with ice.
Oh, ice! Pierce them through!
What next?
Bring it on. Ha! Try again.
So what I haven't shown off yet, and it's kind of how I gauge the weaknesses that I'm using. You go to your equipment and you look at the order that the weapons are in. So sword, polearm, dagger, axe, bow, and stave. In combat, that's how the weaknesses are displayed as well. So it goes to weapons, and then it goes by magic, which there's no real easy way to do it, but it goes fire, ice, electric, wind, and then holy and dark. So next we're in combat, I'll try to point out my meaning. Oh, there's one over here. Bronze vest. Already have.
This is the beginning of your end.
So not a good example, but the slimes, their last weakness is darkness. So in theory it would be anything before that, which is everything. But for the bats, the weakness is pole arms, so it could be a bunch of different weapon types, or fire, but no other mage. So it could be dagger, for example, so we'll go with that.
I appreciate it. Really?
It could
What
be
next?
stave. I don't think it's axe. Let's go with rain of arrows. So arrows.
Now, what next?
Oh, flames! Rage strong!
Bring it on!
See, now that helps more though, because now the snails, we know they're not weak to any kind of physical attack, so it's going to be any of the other mage stuff we haven't done yet. Like ice, for example.
Cool off!
And I don't know if it was ice, because usually in these dungeons they try to cater
What's
to
the big
the
idea?
character that you get. Oh, this isn't good.
What's this now?
Oh, ice! Hit them through!
Don't start things you can't finish.
Alfyn is level 7. I think is that good enough? He can get his SP back regular, but with the others, let's just do one of the. God, he's not one of those, whatever. I think 7's high enough. Famous last words. Before we go, actually, we can actually teach him another skill. So let's actually go for... Because I don't think he's going to be attacking one because he's weak. So let's go with Vivify.
This is the beginning of your end. What?
So it's going to be the snake. We can use this.
Try this.
Alright!
Okay, so he uses ice on this.
An interesting
And
dilemma.
you use ice wind.
What next?
He does that.
Here goes nothing.
What?
There!
An interesting dilemma.
Letting the hunt begin.
Out of my...
What is the...
Alright!
Let him. I honor thee,
He's
my
insanely
quarry.
strong. Oh yeah, and we equipped a skill, so we should equip Alfyn's horse skill that he got. Which which is Inspiration. With each successful standard attack, gain SP to equal to 1% of the damage you deal. Right now that's not too great, but later on it's going to be really good.
Well now.
Looky here, patch of water blooms. This must be the place. Not just a pretty sight, makes a good bitters too. No wonder it's Zeph's favorite. What an angel, coming all the way here to pick flowers for her brother. If you ain't just the fellow I was looking for. Sorry to drop in unannounced. Say, don't suppose you could spare a nip of snake bite, could you? Esha.
Oh.
Oh no, don't get up. I'll help myself.
Well now.
Oh shucks, if you insist. Well, let me give you a hand.
Better roll up the sleeves.
So, we're gonna go with Ice Wind.
Oh, ice! Pierce them through!
See, now we know
next?
it's not weak to swords or pole arms, I think is the order, so.
Rain and arrows up on them.
Bring it on.
Alright.
What's the big idea?
Everyone's poisoned.
What's this now?
Oh, ice! Pierce them through!
Shucks.
Okay, we're actually gonna go with a Soothing Dust. So this is the help of his ability.
Try this.
Only 100 health, but everyone has no poison now.
You're too kind.
Therion gets his HP back.
Here goes
and
nothing.
now-
Alrighty.
Go for it.
What is the logical course of...
Now the true letter!
Your other snakes are gone.
Letting
and
the
now-
hunt beginning. Holding back nothing.
Actually, we're gonna hold off on that and just go for a true shot.
Aiming carefully, shooting true.
Oh, ice! Pierce them through!
Gonna have him go for
I'm ready! Are you?
SPG.
I appreciate it, really.
Letting the hunt beginning. Holding back nothing better than a snare.
There, now he's gonna act. Oh, since
All
next
right.
turn, he's gonna act on the end of every turn. Let's actually go for this. So we already know grapes heal, so we can do this.
Try this.
800 for everyone. Oh, Therion's
Coming,
stunned.
if thou darest.
Here goes nothing.
What is the logical course of action?
Can I actually stun or recover from stun? And that's the one thing I'm missing.
Now, what next?
What next?
Unless we go for that.
All right.
We have to use a Curious Bloom. Let's just do that.
Try this.
Curious Bloom. I can't get stats effects for a turn.
Letting the hunt begin.
And you go for HP thief. You're getting low.
You're too kind. An interesting dilemma.
Here goes nothing. Alrighty.
Letting my arrow fly in truth. Coming! I honor thee, my quarry.
Sorry, my hand slipped. What's that? Take all the venom I need? Don't mind if I do. Hold tight, Nina. I'm on my way. Zeph, it hurts.
Nina.
It'll be alright, Nina. Alf will be back any moment now. He's never let us down.
Yes.
I know. When Father died and left the two of us alone, I didn't know what to do. The truth is, I didn't think I'd be able to raise you and protect you on my own. But Alf was always there to lend a helping hand. He told me he wanted to study together, become an apothecary himself. He gave me the strength to carry on. He's always so humble, apologizing for being a burden on me. The truth is, I'm the one who's been relying on him all this time. I feel like I could be more like him.
Alfyn!
Did you miss me? Sorry it took so long.
What a relief.
Oh, Alfyn, thank the gods you're safe. The venom, you really did it.
Well now.
Trust you can take it from here, eh?
Yeah.
I'll get started at once.
You bet.
Hang in there, friend.
Now then.
Man, I'm beat. Think I'll head home to catch a few winks. Later that night. Wonder how Zeph is doing. I shouldn't worry. He'll be fine, like always.
You know,
You know, Zeph. Get it all to be the best apothecary I can be. To be more like you-know-who. But sometimes, I feel like I'm still so far away.
Yeah, that's right.
All it'd take is a stiff breeze to blow this backwater village right off the map. And yet, this is where I was born and raised, where I learned my craft. It's got Grouchy Gertis, who I ain't never seen smiling. Merle's got her act together, but she still needs a shoulder to cry on every now and then. Gotta keep an eye on old Alex Cough, too. And you, Zeph, I've been giving you a hard time since the gods know when. You invited me to study together with you under your father. Took care of the books after we went into business together. Right. What was I thinking? You better stick around here after all.
Now then.
But not here. I better go see how Zeph is holding up.
Alf! The flame take me. It worked! Nina's feeling better by the hour.
I knew it. With you on the job, was there ever any doubt?
Thank you, Alfyn, for everything. You saved my sister's life. How can I ever repay you?
Don't even mention it. I helped out someone in a bind. Simple as that.
Those words. I remember when we were still small and the great pestilence came. Father could cure every disease known to man, but for the first time, he was at a loss. Then one day, a traveler came to town bearing an elixir the likes of which we'd never seen.
Aye, this'll do it.
Thanks, mister. But why'd you save me? We ain't got no money, you know.
Listen, son, and listen well. I saw someone in a bind, and I helped him out. Simple as that.
Shucks. I hope I can do that too someday.
Ever since that day, you've worked your damnedest to become just like your hero. To help people out, just like he did.
Oh, is that how it went?
Alfyn, we've been together forever now. So I can tell. You want to leave this place, don't you? You want to travel the world and help as many people as you can. Just like him.
You knew.
I'm not daft, you know.
But still, this is my home. I know you're a skilled apothecary, Seth. At least as good as... no, probably even a little better than me. But I can't leave you to look after the whole village on your own. Besides, who else would cut your ego down to size? Who'll listen to Gertis's grumblings and Meryl's tales of unrequited love?
I will. I'll do it all. Don't you worry about anything. I'll see that the villagers are happy and healthy. I swear it on my life. So go out and see the realm, Alf. Do it with your heart at ease and your head held high.
Shucks. Guess what, Ma? I'm going on a journey. Time to see just how far my talents will go. I'm gonna save folks the world over, just like the man who saved me. Keep an eye on me, would ya?
Alf! Thank the gods you're still here.
Come on, Zeph. I didn't ask for a going-away party.
Just a little present for the road. It's nothing special, but... I want you to take my satchel. That way, no matter how far you travel, I'll be right there with you.
Wow. You weren't kidding when you said it's nothing special.
It was the only thing that came to me.
Thanks, Zeph. I'll take good care of it. Here, why don't you hold on to mine too?
Now there's a plan. I'll put it to good use, Alf.
God damn it. No! Bart.
Alrighty then. See you around.
Be safe out there, friend.
And so Alfyn set forth on his journey to travel far and wide and ease the pain of the sick and suffering, just as one man once did for him. Little did he know what awaited him in his travels. Oh God. So before we leave here, I actually want to look at the quest here. No. Nice day, isn't it? My name is Merle. Hey, would you mind letting me in here? Something's happened that I can't tell anyone else about. You see, I found a bottle floating in the river. Odd thing is, there was a letter inside. Want to know what it said? To my Merle. I loved you dearly, but I had no choice but to put you in the care of another. Hope you have found happiness, wherever life's taken you. From far away, your mother. But I have parents right here in Clearbrook. When I ask them about this, but I'm scared of what they'll tell me. We'll try to do the quest that we can do while we're here.
Hello.
Merle's mother, so we can inquire. Oh.
Hello.
Uh-oh. Failing with path actions will negatively impact your reputation in town, so be careful. The townsfolk will not respond to your path actions if you have poor reputation. We're gonna go for it again. Really? 80% chance? There we go. Dude, if we do that enough, the town will actually get upset. You know, I'm actually gonna hold off on the quest. I really gotta go to the restroom. I don't know how to pause on OBS. So we're just gonna try to move on. In fact, we're gonna do this. Oh my goodness.
Can't we settle this like gentlemen?
All right.
Come in, if thou darest. Raining arrows up on them.
Out of my way.
What is the logical course of action?
Oh, ice! Pierce them through!
Let in my... Thou didst fight with courage.
Figure out this guy's ability. Which I think it's 50 evasion. It's his support skill. Or it's speed. Oh, I'm stuck on the ledge. No. Sunshade, here I come. And we're gonna save here. It's been Octopath Traveler. This has been Dr. And have a great day.